Alright, so this video brings us to our close on adolescence, and it focuses on identity development, social development, and also some issues that can come up during the period of adolescence between childhood and adulthood. One thing that happens during identity development is called an identity crisis, and this is a period of inner conflict when an adolescent worries intensely about who they are. And this can happen for a number of reasons. We call these reasons contributing factors. And some contributing factors are physiological changes, physical development, cognitive developments and changes in the way an adolescent sees the world, puberty, beginning to see the future as a reality and not a game, and a simultaneous desire to be unique and to fit in. And according to Erikson, whose psychosocial theory we've already learned about, an adolescent experiences the crisis called identity formation versus identity confusion. And in order to resolve this crisis, adolescents must become, in their own eyes, a unique individual, and they should feel that they have a valued sense of self in society. So they should see their own value to the larger group of people that they are with. And the issue, according to Erikson, is never completely resolved, but is incredibly diminished after adolescence. And in order to resolve this issue, adolescents should organize their abilities, talents, interests, their background, their culture, peer demands, organize all these things together in order to express their identity in a socially acceptable way. And an identity forms when an adolescent can resolve these issues. Some major issues including choice of occupation, and the values that they're going to believe in and live by. The second form of development to focus on in this video has to do with social development. There's two different realms we look at here: the influence of the family on social development and the influence of peers or social groups on social development. As far as the family goes, basic matters, including marriage, religion, and educational plans, they usually come from your family, from your parents. Teens usually in the end will follow their parents' beliefs on these issues. And that leaves just about everything else up to peers, according to most psychologists. And two important vocab words when talking about the influence of peers on social development are clique, which is a small exclusive group of people within a larger group, usually who an adolescent forms a close bond with and will take on the same behaviors as them, and conformity, which refers to acting in accordance with some specified authority. So you're going to be in a clique and you're going to conform to the behaviors of the fellow members of the clique. Because adolescence is a time of rapid growth in a couple different ways, adolescents also experience issues. Most adolescents experience some form of temporary psychological difficulties, emphasis on temporary, but just about everyone who is an adolescent at one time or another will experience some conflict. These include depression and suicide. Depression can be triggered by trauma, such as the loss of a loved one or a death, family relocation, or divorce. And when that happens, when a traumatic experience happens, a teen may experience guilt, panic, grief, or anger. And if the teen cannot express those feelings in a supportive environment, then depression can occur. And unlike most adults, who when adults are depressed, they actually seem sad, depressed teenagers can appear angry, not sad, and they'll often engage in rebellious behavior. It's important to know that depression and suicide aren't the only ways that teen issues manifest themselves. You can also see adolescents engaging in what we call delinquent behavior, which can be running away, having teenage pregnancies, alcohol and drug abuse, or academic underachievement, which is just kind of being apathetic or not caring about schoolwork. It can also lead to the rise of eating disorders, such as anorexia nervosa, which is when a person refuses to eat out of fear of gaining weight or amassing fat because they have a distorted body image, or bulimia nervosa, which is another form of an eating disorder that's characterized by compulsive overeating, followed by self-induced vomiting or also laxative abuse. These can also be issues that are happening during adolescence if a teen cannot express themselves fully.